How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And we just witnessed absolute carnage with Wales and New Zealand. It was absolute carnage, and the All Blacks, they were sweating. They were sweating for a good amount of time, and they came through with a win. They came through in the end, and as all good teams, as all elite teams do, they find a way to win. But Wales made them sweat. And honestly, this is a very big improvement for Wales. I can't wait to get into this game, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. So please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get into it. So Wales put in a stellar performance. Yes, they did end up losing 52-26, but it was well worth the watch. It was well worth any money that's been spent. The stadium was crazy, and what a performance, a true performance from the Welsh. And yes, even though they did end up losing, this is good things. Steve Tandy is getting them working. Steve Tandy is getting them. He's giving them that bite. He's giving them those teeth to start causing damage. And that is exactly what they did here. The first half, as much as New Zealand wanted to try and, take advantage, they wanted to try and gain that lead, there was nothing that they could do because the Welsh kept on him. They kept on him. Reece Zammit put in a brilliant performance. I mean, just Thomas Williams put in a brilliant performance. Rogers put in a brilliant performance. They were on fire. And again, this is a win for New Zealand, but even though Wales lost, I'd say this is still a win for Wales because of the performance that they put in. If they are able to put in this kind of performance up against other teams like your Scotlands, your Fijis, your Italys of the world, we can definitely see a Wales side, getting back into that top 10 and maybe a little bit further. So definitely very positive things. Steve Tandy definitely has Wales coming in the right direction. But let's just talk about New Zealand for a minute, because yes, we speak a lot about, I've been speaking a lot about the Welsh. New Zealand put in the work. They really put in the work, because I mean, we take a look here, right? Clark had a brilliant game, hat-trick throughout the game, and he got the try scoring off early. But Rogers with that hat-trick was just phenomenal. He was electric. He kept putting them there, but no matter what the Wales tried, they just kept going and going and going. And albeit this game could have been way worse, but for some brilliant Welsh defending, New Zealand really could have taken this game. Tamaiti Williams, just with that power, that strength. Like, how did he get across the line for that try? How did he do it? Like, he just, like, pure power. I mean, we saw Wallace Atiti. Every time he got that ball, he was just running in with pure power, speed. There was one point, I think it was Ruben Love, ended up giving the ball straight to Wallace Atiti. Must have been just outside their own 22. And he just came in like a bull. He just came in like a rocket and just went running. And, the Welsh put in a good performance, but the All Blacks, they really shone in the end. Caleb Clark banging himself a hat-trick. Reiko Ioane getting himself a good try. Nice little try. But like I say, it could have been worse, because New Zealand had 2-3 tries chalked off, albeit the referee made the correct decisions, in my opinion. I thought the referee actually had a pretty good game. A lot of decisions going away. Again, we could have seen a referee get called in by the stadium. Really, have the crowd affect her, but she stayed calm. She stayed true. I thought she had a brilliant game. I don't think that anybody can say that, oh, Wales lost because of the referee and this decision and that decision. No. The referee had a good game. I'm not going to lie. I thought she had a pretty solid game. So there's no excuses there. Wales, yes, they did lose. There was very much a back and forth game. New Zealand were constantly finding those little holes, those little gaps, and they were very strong as well. But again, the Wales have a lot to take from this. They have a lot to take from this. So yes, those last couple yellows from Thomas and Plumtree didn't help them, but they still found a way. They still found a way to put in a lot of work. Reece Zammit managed to bag himself a try as well, which was lovely to see. I can't wait to see more of Reece Zammit. He's got a lot of power. He's a lot heavier, bigger, stronger, and he's definitely an electric player. So having a player like him is definitely a big sign of things to come. But yeah, I mean, let's break into a couple of stats really quickly here, because again, this was phenomenal. 7 tries, 7 conversions, 4 tries, 3 conversions. I'm just happy that Wales got 4 tries, because looking at last year, they were barely getting 1. And honestly, if Wales had to have it their way, they could have had a couple more. But this is what I'm loving to see. I'm loving to see that bite. I'm loving to see that aggression, that fight, you know, that they had. And I mean, we take a look here, right? We take a look here. You notice that there's not somebody here? You notice that there still isn't one of the most key players for Wales here? Yeah, he's not here. He's not here at all. And take a look. He's not even on the bench. He's not even on the bench. Jack Morgan. When Jack Morgan comes back, and he comes back ready, my word, Wales are going to be scary. I'm telling you this now. Mark my words. Wales are going to be scary when Jack Morgan comes in. Because when Jack Morgan comes in, he brings a completely different level. So well done to Wales. My word, Jack Morgan's going to be amazing. But in terms of the All Blacks, they had a very much a changed side. So it definitely wasn't their strongest by all means. They still put in a solid performance, getting again over 50 points. But very, very promising sides. I mean, take a look here. Dominance when it came down to the lineouts and scrums. I mean, the All Blacks are just so strong. I mean, you got Tosi, you got Taukeaho, you got what's his name? Tamaiti Williams. I mean, and he really was mighty. Wow. But again, passes, you can see how much flair the All Blacks had. They were moving the ball around a lot. They had almost triple the amount of passes, double the amount of ball carries, 510 post-contact meters. That is ridiculous. We haven't seen that in a long, long time, to be getting over 500 meters post-contact. Wow. Wow. But again, look at the line breaks. 9 line breaks comparing to Wales' 8. 8. If that is not something to be proud of, 8 line breaks up against the All Blacks, and Rogers bagging himself a hat-trick. I can't remember when was the last time a Welsh player got a hat-trick over the All Blacks. Like, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Defense, 228 tackles made. Yes, they did miss a lot. They only got an 86% tackle completion, but it was the fight. It was that desire, which I love to see. And yeah, the kicks was, pretty straightforward, but we got to give the players a real, like, just wow. Plumtree, Thomas Williams, Edwards put in banging performance. Llewellyn, Rees-Zammit, Rogers, that guy, he deserves it by himself. Murray, just like beautiful. I loved Asarati's performance. I loved Dewey Lake's performance. Like, these are key players. These are key players for Wales. And like I say, when Jack Morgan comes in, my word, it's going to be scary. So, guys, big loss for the Welsh, but albeit it was a loss, it's still a big win in my books, because this is just a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone for Steve Tandy in what is going to be a long recovery for Wales. So yes, I talk a lot about Wales. The All Blacks, it was kind of expected. I was expecting a big win from the All Blacks. So yeah, it kind of turned out that way. But on the whole, in terms of a development, in terms of what we are seeing going forward, is to be expected of the All Blacks. Yes, they played a heavily rotated squad. Yes, they didn't have a lot of their key players in there. Granted. But the performance from Wales is just so promising. And this is exactly the kind of performances that I was telling you was going to happen when Steve Tandy came in. He is the guy to lead them to better moments. So, horrible loss. But all in all, very positive. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.